Oh, yes, I can see Agnes. Yeah. Thank you, Julia. So we have Junko playing with the blue checkers and Rachel Rhodes playing with the white. Pleasantries out of the way. And we begin. 4-3, 2 down is a standard way of playing. A lot of people like to split. Rachel makes the 2 point. Nice double 4 from Rachel. Again, she makes the 5. So they both have their 5 points made after only a couple of moves. 5-4 is awkward, but he makes the 4 point. Should have liked to have used those spares on the 6 point for some reason, but a little bit difficult to improve that position. 6-5 should scarp her out, I think. Yes, and with a 5, we'll probably come down and attack. She wants to use those spares. But let's see what she rolls. 2-1. Okay, well, that spreads out the builders. Splitting could be an option, but she's spreading out up to attack next roll. But before she can attack, Rachel jumps out. And with a healthy lead of 18 points. So blue would really need to hit with a 4 here. And she does. Good shot. Time controls for this are pretty rapid. Poor dance from Rachel. No, didn't even think of the cube there, but she's going to make an extra point. But the 2 back men are still stuck. But I think if Rachel rolls poorly, so now she's doing the cube action. She might think she's too good, but with 2 men stuck back there, good double, yes. And I think Rachel will probably say enough is enough, 1 point, because there's too many attackers there. Too many gammons, in my opinion. So she's better off starting off a new game, I think. Lots of builders for the 2 point and the 1 point, and it's 1-0 to Junko. Fast and furious. There's only 7 seconds, I think, or 10 seconds per move and 1 minute per point. So it's pretty quick. Not too much time to analyse in depth. Number 5 is a good shot. You can swing it all the way around, or you can attack on the ace. Depends how pure you want to play it. In the old days, they'd swing it around and just hit the 5 point. The bots sometimes like to attack and don't care too much about the positional side. That's what Rachel's done. She's attacked. 4-6 makes the bar. That's a nice return. And Rachel's lots of rolls here to attack. Now 6-3, different options. You can make the 9 and step up because she's got a nice lead. She can make the 9 and hit on the 5. She could even run all the way and make the 15 point, but I think that's a little bit too much. 4-2 is a good shot. And a poor dance from Rachel there. And both men have escaped for Junko. 6-5 was a good roll. I imagine she'll just come out and make the 15 point. Yep. 3-6. Running out, hitting with 23 shots or 4 shots, whatever it is, might be too much. So she might just stay on the 22 and bring 6 down. She did pop out. So I think this is an opportunity for perhaps a double here. I don't know. Didn't double. Lots of shots. Can Rachel escape? Not quite. So this should be I would cube this. Lots and lots of shots. Okay, 6-1, not bad. And Rachel's in a bit of trouble. But I think blue has lost her market, I would think. She's going to cube this, I'm sure. Can she take it? Can Rachel take this? The race isn't too bad. Oh, no cube. Okay. So an even race, but Rachel's lone checker at the back looks very vulnerable. And I think you swing it around and make points, yes. Double four helps in the race. And maybe blue is a little bit, again, I'd send this over. The race is pretty even, but all the attacking options are with blue. But still she holds on to it. And just line up the attackers here, I think. She could switch. Switching will win the game many times when Rachel fans. And that's what she's hoping for here. But Rachel comes in. But still, I think this is a lovely cube. He gained a little bit on the race by hitting. Double one is not a great roll. And even though blue's 1 point ahead, I can't see any reason to not send this over. So Rachel thinking whether to slot. I think she should slot the 3 and keep them spread to try and make the 5 point board if possible later. But not too long to think in these time controls. So she slotted a 2. Okay, that's 3's probably a better point to slot. Let's double this one then. Let's do 3 points in it, not much, but Rachel is stuck there. I don't think she was too good. We should bring 2 down here, I think, or maybe to the 7 and the 5 point and spread out the builders. But either way, blue's in control here. And I think she could have cashed this game already, but maybe it's going to come now. They have reasonably high ratings on Galaxy, I think. I think 2000 is not bad, is it? This must be a cube now. There we go. Right, 4 attackers. So that's 16 good rolls. And the other 20 is going to be an even game. I wouldn't take this myself. But 6-1 is not a good one. No, 6-1 is not Junko's best. I don't think there's going to be any hits here. I think just play to the 3 and maybe 6-5 and hope to attack next time. Sometimes if you're behind in the race, you'd have to hit those, but she's still doing okay in the race. So Rachel double 2. And again, hoping to survive the onslaught. Again, 4 builders on the 4 point. That's a better roll. Rachel could have slotted there, but she brought down 3-1, just create 2 spares on the 7 and 9, perhaps. Danger with that is, although, if you roll 6 something and might live a shot, so 6-5, 6-5 is okay. 6, no, she's okay. Double 5, yeah, great roll. And that should be, although Rachel did roll exceptionally well, so Rachel gets out here. She has chances. Okay, so 3-2 for blue. And Rachel might just get a decent race out of this. Let's see if she can do it. 8 pips ain't bad. The first checkers off are going to be Junko's. And Rachel, an excellent double 4. That's 3 checkers off. Rachel suddenly becomes the favourite. So she must be thinking of a recube here. 3 checkers off each. No, she needed to think about that, I think. She was a lot of pips ahead. She had some wastage, but I think that was a cube. 27-4, she must cube this now. Extra checker off. This is a no-brainer. 27 against 40, yeah. So that was a very handy popping out and winning a race when really she was lucky not to get pointed on and just completely crushed. So well done there, Rachel. Okay, 6-3 jumps out. And 4-1. You could think about slotting 6-5, but I think splitting's fine. Double 4's a great roll. You could hit 2 here. You could play more positional and play 13-9-2. This is fine. 5-2 now. Do you attack and put 3 on the bar? 3 on the bar is even better by far. She did do. And this is probably a speculative. Oh, she probably didn't realise she was going to roll such a good roll as double five. I think, yeah, she might have thought about keeping that, being so far ahead. But double five is a brilliant roll, and really it's a case of whether Rachel can ever anchor up. But I think this is far too good, and Blue's going to pile in with the builders and hopefully close Rachel out. This is not a cube. This is, oh shit. She's not thinking of cubing, I hope, because she's far, far too good. 3 men on the bar. Yes, good. Okay, just swing the builders round. You can guard against double five, double four if you want. I'd get them split. Now she's only got fours directly to hit. But again, it's far too good. Okay, then now it's a little bit more good. But Rachel's not a favourite to anchor, so just bring the builders round and try and attack next roll. Okay, that's spreading a lot around, but she's okay. She's got plenty of attackers to attack the two blots, and that's a sweep manoeuvre. It's a Hoover manoeuvre. There we go. And Rachel in trouble here. Rachel is almost very likely to get gammoned. So I would just avoid any nasty double fives here, but attack if you can. Of course, avoiding double fives means you can't hit when you roll double five. But even if Rachel anchors, there's a good chance that Blue can get a gammon. Okay, that's pick and pass, I believe. And there's no bad numbers. She could think about clearing the 6 here. She could clear the 6 and play 4-1. She's left herself the 6-1, 5-1. And these things do happen. There's the 6-1, so slight misplay the early roll, I think. And Rachel's come back. Now, Blue, again, will be thinking whether she could keep this. I mean, she's probably too good here because she can jump out and get a gammon. But if Rachel enters with 1, then I think Blue will have a nice cube. But I think probably too good. She can't get over that little prime. Frustrating. And Rachel can't enter another checker. What's all this? Right, Rachel's entered 1 now. She's over the prime, but if Rachel enters here, and she does enter and hit. So, I think if Blue doesn't hit back here, Rachel's got a very, very good chance of turning this around. Rachel's probably thinking of keep. I don't think this is a... Oh, Blue's thinking of keeping now. Ooh, well... No, I don't think there was enough there, especially with a broken board. That was a bit of a gift, I think. Right, so Rachel wants to make some points. Hopefully prime. 6-3, I would just flood the outfield and I wouldn't go for an attack. Attack with a 1 perhaps, but not with a 3. It creates 2 blots. But she did it. Ooh, got away with it. Oh, that's a brilliant roll. We have a 5 prime. And Rachel will be sitting pretty here, holding a 2 cube, looking at, well, just doubling her out, I think. Why not double her out? Junko's take point will be low, but I don't think she's going to have much chance of winning this game. Rachel should really just be cubing this out, I think. Because Junko can't get gammon, she's taken 2 off, so Rachel's just securing the 6 prime and then catching. I think she could have sent it earlier and given Junko a decision, whereas now that she's got the 6 prime, there's no decision to be made. Not quite sure why Rachel's playing on. Maybe Rachel doesn't realise Junko's got a couple off. I mean, it's a small jeopardy that she could roll awkwardly and not bring this home. So she really should just cash this. 2 men off is 2 men off 7% or something. It's not much. So she gave the 1-6 chance and she didn't need to. Okay, Rachel, let's just catch this and move on. For a handsome 4-1 lead. Okay. Being 4-1 down, you could think about 2 down as an opening roll, be more aggressive, more gammons in those positions, but the split's fine. 5-2 just runs. 6-1, you could think about 6-5 again. Maybe that's the play this time. With the stacky structure in Blue's home board, splitting doesn't look quite as nice, and there you go, you give him a chance to... There's not a lot Blue can do with that structure, so giving her an attacking options is probably not the best idea. 4-2, she could come down or step up. I like stepping up. And Blue has a 30-point lead here and behind 4-1. 20 pips, and that roll is pretty good for Rachel, though. But again, Blue's still got the lead. I'm always itching to cue when I'm this far down in a short match like this. But how's Rachel going to play it? Okay, she's giving her direct shots like that, I think, was provoking a cue. But that's a great return. So one hits, 1 in 1 hits, and then 2 more. Okay, she made a 2-point. And Blue does not hit back where she wants to. She might have to hit in the board to stop White attacking her. She does so. And a great return. Now, lots of blots. Can we tidy up any blots? Not really. Not without putting them on points you don't want to make. That's a very, very poor dance. Now, White, probably too good. Yes, keep playing. It's probably too good take. Right, I would hit this. She didn't hit. Okay, she's playing softly, but a great shot by Junko. What a shot double 5 was. There weren't many hits there, but she found one. And Rachel's probably regretting not attacking now. Oh, good shot, though. They are rolling well from the bar, these two. Right, that does not hit. And White is a commanding position, but she is 4-1 up. Now, 3 away, many away means if there are lots of gammons involved, I tend to hold on to it. The window is very small. So I would hold on to this, just think because there are some nice attacking rolls. You can make the 5-point. You can just run out with 2 big numbers. That's a 5-point. Yeah, there's lots of play here for White. And again, for money, this wouldn't be an option or an even score. But 3 away, many away. White is reluctant to send a cube over when there's plenty of gammons in the air. 5-2. She didn't hit. Yeah, I can understand why. Maybe Rachel thinks this is fine. Yeah, there's not that many gammons now that she didn't hit on the 4-point. But can she take this? I'd look at that a lot. I mean, the race was close, and Blue could trap that last checker. Okay, 5-1. Again, 2 plays very quick here. Right, 5-1. 6-1 is a standard play, and a lovely double 4. I'd imagine this would be the 5-point or 20-point, and then 4 points, and then down. Seems to solve a lot of problems. Rachel's is very happy to anchor early on to avoid any gammonish positions. And Blue wants to create some action, so she has to split. Do you split to the 20-point, or just do a minor split? Do you move both checkers here? This is not an easy play. I think 13-8 is too quiet. I think the back checkers have to be moving. Maybe a minor split and 6-2, yeah. 6-4 is a good shot. And Rachel would love to win an undoubled gammon here, just to get the 2 points she needs, with no cube action, just get a gammon. And there won't be any cube action here. This is just she's got a very nice position to keep playing it and see what develops. 5-4. She could make both 8 and 9. It seems reasonable. Gives loses the midpoint, but there's a blot in Blue's home board. Slotting is also enterprising, not bad. There's a good shot with a 4. That was absolutely necessary. I presume she's going to cover her blot in her home board with a 6, but still plenty of jeopardy. 4-6 does not hit back. I'm just running out, and if Blue rolls a 4, then we have an even game. She doesn't, but double 3 is pretty good. That makes the 3 or the 4 point, probably the 3. You don't want to lose your bar point here. All depends. I mean, the 4 point isn't bad. Yeah, you can play hitting and then carrying on and making the 4 point. Yeah, I wouldn't have left my midpoint there. Double 4 again. From the bar, these two are rolling absolutely. This hits 2 blots. That's a fabulous roll. I tip my hat to this rolling. I'm not going to mention the phrase rigged dice again. Right, so white attacks now, get an undoubled gammon, 6-2 attack. And Rachel's looking good. I think you got it. I know it's lots of blots, but 6-2 looks to me as though it's a clear hit on the 5 point. You don't want Blue to anchor on the 5 point. She didn't hit. Blue would have hit back, but is that any worse than this? Double 3 is very nice. That makes a 3 point, and she could switch if she wants to, and suspect that'll be what she'll do. Because if Blue rolls a 1 or a 4, okay, yeah, So Blue has a nice anchor with the 4. She could step up and have four men on that 20 points. So is that goalkeeper doing a lot of good there on the ace point? That's what you got to ask yourself. She stepped out, which isn't a bad play. I don't think Rachel should be keeping this. I think she should just be trying to hit that blot and just see if she can score them around and get a gammon. I think Blue will take this if Rachel doubles. Now then, I don't think that was correct. I think Rachel will take this. And if Blue rolls an ace and has a 1 and 5, what the ace point anchor and the 5 point anchor, then Blue's happy to have hold in that cube. And all the gammons are killed now. A lot of Rachel's wins would have been gammons. But yeah, we've got the cube on 4. She has the ace point anchor as well as the 5 point anchor. Okay, I think Rachel's regretting sending that. And she's going to leave a blot on that 9 point. So, can Junko roll a 4? And she has to hit with a 4, but she doesn't cover just yet. But that's still a great roll. So I think both out and hope that Rachel doesn't roll a 4 in return. Although the way it's going, she'll probably roll double 5. There he goes. Some of these dice from the bar are frankly ridiculous. So the gammon's back on. Yes, beautiful roll. Oh wow, this is dream rolling from Rachel. And of course, she's going to get a gammon if she wins, I presume. So the cube should really be in the middle. But anyway, if all goes well, she's going to win the match regardless. Okay, she has plenty of time. This is hopefully the last game of the match. So just two to make the 5 point. Hit, and then one more, probably flexibility. Is 8-7 best? I'm going to visualize this. So with this website, she's probably going through these moves on the board and looking at them, but we can't see what she's thinking. but I'm sure she's looking at whether to play 6-5 with the final one or 8-7 with the final one, I presume. I don't quite know why there's a delay here, but she has time. So hit 5 points and one other. Okay, that leaves a shot with 5-5, doesn't it? Yeah. 1-1, lovely roll. Leave no chance. I don't think you need to make the bar point because you got to clear it. So maybe just bring that checker in to the 5 point or the 4 point. She left a 6-1. Oh, and she's going to hit. Now, Rachel did that knowing that there were 2 plots to aim at, but many people can dance on a 3-point board. I've done it in the past. For Junko to come back from this will be amazing, but Rachel's given her a chance. Got to hit. You're getting gammoned anyway. Just hit and hope for the best. You can't eschew the hit hoping to get another one later. You just got to take it while you can. As I say, Rachel could enter with a overdot dance. Okay, 3-2 is a fabulous roll. Oh dear me. So this has swung amazingly. So blue is desperate. Junko's desperate to get a 6. She must get a 6 now. Get a 6, and this will be interesting. Right, okay. So the 1-3 is playable, and Rachel now is desperate for a 6, but any 4 from blue will now hit. Okay, there's a 6 out and a 4 hit, which is an amazing roll. Brilliant roll. Got to hit with a 4. Can't give Rachel a nice 6 to get out. And this game is anybody's, really. She didn't hit with a 4. Whoa. But Rachel's board, because Rachel didn't roll a 6, Rachel's board's on the brink of crunching. She could break the 5 point here, or even the 6 point, to try and stop future crunching, which could be really horrible. That's what she's done. Yeah. Right. This has got to be a hit with a 4. You cannot let that checker lie there. Yes. Okay. Oh, 1-6 from the bar. I don't believe this. Wow. Okay. Do you leave a 6-6 shot to try and get home quicker? The way these dice are going, I'm not sure whether she will, but she probably should do. She probably should just risk the 6-6. Yeah, because 6-6 would hit anyway. Yeah, so well played. Yeah, 6-6 would have hit from the ace. It should have stayed back one. Right. Okay, not safe yet, but get as close as you can. Just leave 6-1, 5-2, I would imagine. And 6-2 does not hit. So Rachel just needs to get home safely. No accidents on the way to the bank, as they say. That's off. But the chance of Rachel leaving a shot here, I think there's going to be a shot for sure, the way this game's gone. Now, do you clear the 5 here? Long term, it's a lot safer. 5-5, not brilliant. You don't want to have to leave the anchor just yet, but this time you're giving Rachel a chance now with 1, 2s and 3s to points, which she didn't want to do. But I don't think you can not leave. You can't break your board. You'll probably slot the ace, come in, and then just play 2 from the back one. Looks fine. Yeah, 6-4, 6-6. That means she has to go, which means Rachel almost certainly has won. There'll be a few doubles to come yet, but I'm pretty sure this is the end. So Rachel, I think the cube action at the end there, she probably regrets, but it made for a very exciting last game where she had a lot of jeopardy. She could have easily have lost 4, maybe even 8 points. Okay, she says should be okay. Oh my word. How many checkers have left? Right. 1 double from Junko, and she's going to win. 5-5 from Rachel there. That's fitting. Okay, lots of doubles in that match. And the PRs are, okay, Junko 6.95, very good. Rachel, probably disappointed with that, but that could easily be the cube action. Okay, so a win for the Brits, and I will see you in half an hour or so for the next match. Okay. Okay, welcome to the second round of Sunday. We'll be watching Cecilia Spark. Cecilia Rogers. She recently got married to Chris Rogers, looked at his name and decided it was a take. So it's now Cecilia Rogers against Kisuno, who's called Ruko. So I apologize if that is the incorrect pronunciation. Current score is 15-9 to the UK, and it's first to 19. So conceivably, the UK could cross the finish line in this round. Okay, so we've started. And putting up on a 23 is not something I like to do, but we have it there. And 3-2. So does Cecilia want to move those? I mean, 3-2 is awkward. Maybe 13-8, the best you can do there. Certainly not a good roll. Cecilia played in the low threes in her last match, PR-wise, so that was excellent. Been one of the top UK women players for quite a long time now. She did move those back checkers because they're so awkwardly placed, but the double four is a fantastic roll. And without a 5 here, Cecilia is pretty much dead in the water. Possibly too good for Kisuno, because if she doesn't roll 1 and 2, she can always attack with 4s, 5s, 6s. So I don't think this is a keep. I think you can play on. Huge pass, of course. But that's what she's thinking of, whether to cash this or not. She cashes it. And a swift drop from Cecilia. Okay, 6-2, major split. And the 3-2 doesn't do much, so you can go down and split and duplicate. 4-5 is not bad. That hits with the 4. You could hit 2 with the 6-1, which is what she does. And we have an anchor for Cecilia. 3-1's good shot, make the 5 point. I mean, the 11 is tempting, but if you can make the 5 point early on, then do so. 2-2 is a good reply. So quite an even game, I would say, at the moment. This is the 4 point and obviously the 11. And a 2-4. The 4 is not easy. She would think of stepping up because there's no nice 4. It's a little bit too early for a double, I think. If the race was even or she's ahead, then she might think of it. 6-1. Great shot. And now I think you'll cover that blot in the home board with the 5. And Cecilia will be seriously giving some concern. Where did she play the 5? She played the 5 to the 6 point. Yeah, she has the anchor, she has the rack, there's prospects of making the bar. The race is even. Possible cube, she's 1-0 down in the match. She decides to hold off for now. It could be a no double. But, well, I would attack here. I would hit loose with the switch. Just because you've got a stronger board, you've got an anchor, and she's got 2 blots there waiting to be gobbled up. So she's thinking whether to switch or to hit loose, I think. She decided to switch. Didn't pay off that time because there's a nice anchor now for Kisuno. And we've got a mutual holding game after all that. (3-1). You could slot the 3 and just come to the 8 point, or you could use the 1 to step up to the 21 point, which is what she does. Choose to get that one moving, really. That's the least effective checker of her 15, so she needs to do something with that. Double 1, a little bit awkward. Not much you can do here, just shift and shift, yes. 3-1, probably play both from the, yes, and 6 point. They're playing very quickly, of course, because of these time controls, as I mentioned earlier. 4-1, you might as well and stack that midpoint and play 13-8. I don't think you want to lose the 7 point. Okay, 5-2 steps out and makes a point. And again, this is an even game. Nothing much happening. You'd like to make the 8 point, but of course you've got no 1, so you're going to have to play behind. You could make it and play 7-6, but I can't see you want to do that. So that's a little bit awkward. With 2 blots in the home board, you could think of stepping out. Not too bothered about, well, doesn't want to be hit, but it's not the end of the world. Otherwise, she's going to leave a shot anyway, and she's still stuck there. So, yeah, steps out, good play. And a nice return. Now, can Cecilia roll the 2 from the bar? Can she do it? She cannot. And the 1 is pretty poor. I'd imagine she's going to play inboard either 2-1 or 3-2. She plays 2-1. And blue has a little attack here. I think she'll make the 4 point, yes. That's just another chance for Cecilia. This fan, I think, is terminal. I suspect this will be a double. And Cecilia, I don't think she can take this. Yes, 2-0 to Kisuno. Well played. Okay, Cecilia will slot with the 1 because she's behind and it's a good play anyway. 2-2 is a great shot. Hit and make the 4 point. 6 is not the time to fan, but no, Kisuno does not capitalise, but I think she brings a builder down to make that crucial 5 point. And Cecilia will fight for the 5 point. She'll go to the 5, I think, and then make the 11 point. It's all about that 5 point. So she'll hit it and make the anchor and hope to make the 5 point next roll. But Cecilia will not let her. The 3 is awkward. I think just come down. There's no point putting a blotting board. And 3-6 steps out. And the odds are it's going to be another mutual holding game here. Cecilia can roll a 4. Just stepping out with a 6, I think, is the only play. That doesn't do much. That doesn't do much at all. 5-3. Okay, well, you could bring 2 down, but that splits your army into 2. You can't hit, you can't anchor. What can you do? You can play behind. I've got a feeling she might just come bring 2 down and provide some sort of blockade. But it's not ideal. It's not a good roll. She's losing the race, so the priming idea isn't too bad. She decides to play behind, but that blot is pretty ugly and wants to be covered soonish. 6-4 doesn't do much either. And there's the 4. So we have a mutual holding game with blue with a reasonable lead of 9 points, I think. 5, 6-1, why not? Yeah. 6-6. Okay. I think you might as well attack. What else can you do? You can't prime her. Now then, I think you need to cover one of those blocks in board here. No point having 2 blocks there for longer than you have to. And a 4-1 just slots a point in board. So they're both playing reasonably well. All sensible backgammon so far. 2-1, I don't think, she's got these strip points. They're not ideal, but with the 2-1, it's not a great roll, is it? So maybe 6-4, 2-1. Okay, she steps out with a 2, which gives blue a chance to attack it, which she will do. Oh, it's a great return, though. That's in, hit, and cover. What a wonderful 2-2 that was. She's not out of the woods yet, though, because blue could easily come back and attack. I mean, Cecilia might actually make the 18 point with 2 of the 2s and leave the blot in board. But I think covering's probably best. She's vulnerable to attack from the bar. But if she makes a 3-point board, then blue will dance a quarter of the time. That's what she's thinking of, whether to hit and leave it there and make board, or whether to shift to the 18 point, which is a bit more security. If she shifts to the 18 point, she has the last 2 to play, which isn't great either. So I think the lesser of 2 evils is to leave 3 blots and make the 2 points and hope that blue fans. or at least doesn't attack. Okay, blue does not attack. There's not much you can do with the 2. She might play 6-4 to give more options of attacking, but she's stepping, that's probably right. 4-1, let's safety one of those blocks. And blue will attack if she can, but she cannot. And 6-3 is awkward because she cannot play from the anchor. So it has to be 6 down. And the 3, I presume, is coming in. Now, Cecilia holds a 1. She's back in this game. 3 is not bad, though. Okay. 3 is fine. We've got a mutual holding game and a slight lead for blue, but white has a better structure. And blue has a very awkward 5-3. Okay, come down and may play 6-3. I can't see what else. Cecilia hits this, she'll be sitting pretty. 6-4 makes the bar point. Slight blockade. Because the midpoint's not doing much now, so use them to make a blockade on the 7 point. Now, blue's running out of time. She can crunch her board or she can run out. I think running out is better. She could have gone all the way, maybe. But that's a good play, yeah. Right, 3-1. Cecilia probably can't cube yet. And the 6-5 means that she's going to waste a checker, I think. She can play 6 down and then step out with a 5, but I think that's looking a little bit too vulnerable to attack. So she might have to create a dilly builder. Yeah. And blue can play the 6 down and make the board and hope that Cecilia misses. Will Cecilia miss? She's a 4. She does miss. The 2-1 creates 2 nice spares on the 6 and 7 for when blue leaves the anchor. Now, double 4s. It's a great way to leave the anchor. Still leaves that block there. But now if Cecilia misses this, I think she's going to get cubed. Good shot, Cecilia. Well played. Well rolled. Right, a 4 hits and the 1. What do we do with the 1? I think 12-11's too big. So does she carry on? The thing is, they need 3 to enter. So maybe leave it there and play 2-1. Oh, that's a handy fan. Now, how far behind is she? 16. But with a very gappy home board, and I think she's probably 1 roll away from cubing, but it's close. She's 2-0 down, remember, so she wants to send it up as soon as possible. 5-1, okay. Just secure those blocks. And blue has entered on the best point, the 5 points, so there's no cube action here. But Cecilia would love to hit now. Ooh. Do you hit this now? The 5-1. I think you're in big trouble, so you might as well hit anyway. What else are you going to do? If you play safe, you're just giving blue free rein to run out with a huge lead. So she does hit. Well played. No hit back. Now, is this a cube? The race is still 11 pips. But, I was going to say there's some nice rolls, and that 2-1 is one of them. But blue continues to come in. But the board, she's going to step out, obviously. She didn't step out, she ruined her board. Ooh. Well, that was a mistake. Okay. 12 ahead. Yes. Good cube, I think. Oh, and we've ordered for that. Yeah, blue had to step out with that 3. You don't want to be attacked in board like this. And a good cube from Cecilia, 5-3, I think will just make the 7 points. Just gives double 3, doesn't it? Well, she left an extra shot there. She left 3-4. Okay. And how can she secure this? Ooh. Okay, that's all right. Just brings, she can make it and bring 1 in. That 6-3 is not a bad roll, actually. 13 pips is not a lot, so blue will run out and hope to make up the difference with a handy set. But Cecilia is a big favourite because she hasn't got any wastage, really. Tiny bit of wastage, but not much. The cap on the 3 is not the end of the world. Double 4 was good, though, so she can't count her chickens yet. 4-2. Okay, she doesn't want to roll too many bad numbers like this. Right, so blue is a favourite, of course. White's a favourite, of course, but 1 set from blue and things will change. 6-5 is a great roll. 6-2. So Cecilia is hoping not to miss here. Force blue to roll a double. 2's handy. 4-1. Okay, so just don't roll 3-2. Yes. She should be home and dry. Fingers crossed. Yes, well done. 2-all. 5-point match. Okay. 6-3, so major split them down. Double 2's a good roll. You don't need to touch the back checkers, just play more aggressively, I think. And don't hit, of course, you make 2 useful points. 6-1, you make the 18 point. I don't think you slot, you just shift along. Okay, and Cecilia needs to split here, I think. She can do a major split if she wants, or she can just split with a 1. If she decides to do the minor split, double 5 is fine. Now, you can do a bit of this and a bit of that. You can run from the bar because you're winning the race and hit to give it a powerful roll. But she decided to go full out for the attack, and Cecilia dances, unfortunately. And I believe with the race lead, the fact that you've got the 18 point, I think Cecilia should pass this. Normally, when the block's on a 2 point, you would not be a double, but Cecilia took it, and blue can win this in lots of different ways, so I'm not sure what that would take. We will find out. 5-4, probably 2 down, I think. Yeah. And she's going to be attacked here. Oh, double 4 is a beautiful switch. And this is looking a bit dicey, because to get gammoned here makes it 6-2, and that's pretty nasty. What was the double 4? Oh, she didn't. Okay, she didn't switch, but it's all worked out well for her. Okay, split and split. Give more attackers for the 4 point. Get those back men moving. You don't want to roll double 4, double 6, etc. So you've got to split those back men and risk the double 4. Sometimes you have to risk these things. She didn't do that, okay. But now she can attack the 3-2 and a 4 from Cecilia, no, but there's a chance that she might not be able to move those back ones. She has to play from the back there. A 4 from Cecilia, no. There's that double 4, right. Okay, so does she need to actually lose the 6 point there? Again, the 4-2 is not easy. She cannot lift that blot. She can, but the back checkers, she decided to not lift the blot. Okay, she still can't safety. She still can't move that back one, but at least she's got rid of her blots in board. Cecilia just cannot come in. 6-5 is a great shot. Cecilia actually comes in at last, but now the gammon is pretty much, it's not a gimme, but 3-2. Oh, so you don't want to dance there. Oh, she got a chance though. The dance might turn out to be good. Need a 3. Come on. Right, that should hopefully give us a chance to save the gammon, but it's looking a bit risky. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, she needs to probably set. Yes. Oh, she had a chance. She had a shot. But that because blue had the 18 point made, it meant that she could go full on for the attack and not worry too much about being hit. So the blitz was always on when the cube came. 5 away, gammon's really hurt. But I think, yes, it's a gammon, so 6-2. Okay, so 4-3. 6-2, you play more or less like DMP. So 4-6, maybe slot the 4 points, duplicate 4s in some way. Yeah, good shot, hit 2. So playing this like DMP, because gammons don't hurt blue. And Gammons are no use for blue either, so it's virtually like DMP. Okay, a 1-6. I think you're going to have to hit and 6-5. Swing it round. It's awkward, but there's nothing else. You really want to make that. You want to unstack that awful five checkers there. Double 1 again makes their 5 points. So, but Cecilia's got the rack, as they call it these days. With 4 men stuck on the 24 points, White is doing okay. Double 4 is a good shot though. But don't bring this in. I think I bring this down. Yes, well played. 4-2. Got to get those back ones moving. Not sure whether you'd move it all the way or whether you just split to there. Double 4 does not hit that lot, but does some useful things. You can make the 9 and the 2, perhaps. You could pick up the blots if you wanted to, but that looks a bit static to me. Yeah, I probably would make the 9. I would make the 9 and the 2, because 5s are pretty good for her anyway. It's not an easy play, though. Okay, she brought them all in. 5-3. And that jumps out. So Cecilia can avoid being hit. She should be okay. But we have 2 anchors, but with no timing. So I don't think Cecilia's too worried about this 1-3 back game. 2-1 was unfortunate. And blue can still win this going forward, of course. Especially if she makes it. Okay, so she's made 3 points. She's got a 5-point board. And can Cecilia gets out. Good. Okay, so the time is even worse now for this back game. In fact, it was maybe even stepping out with the 4s right there. Double 2. Double 5 is very... Oh, well, I was going to say quite good, but it's not. It's destroyed the board, hasn't it? So this should be reasonably straightforward. Do you just go to the 5-point here, I think? But you could, yeah, I don't think you need to leave direct shot. You don't play to the 2 points. It's horrible. I wouldn't have left the shot. Okay, now, because Kisuno will probably want to slot that 6 and try and make it, but it's not going to be easy. But the race is reasonably close, so she might even think this of getting those backmen going now. Yeah, she did. But she should be hit here. And if you can get, you didn't hit that one. No, okay, that's a good one. I'll hit this one. I don't think you need to hit 2. Just make the 3 points, and it should be all over. Hit again. Reason being is because although gammons don't matter, you can get a backgammon. If you get those 4 checkers on the bar, you could get a backgammon here. So I would hit. I would hit and play 8-3 and no 9-3. Sorry. I wouldn't worry about things like double 1s. Okay, surely she should hit now. Don't let her anchor. Not quite sure. Yeah, okay. I think Cecilia's thinking, okay, the gammons don't help her, therefore she's not going to hit. But Blue can win a lot of games from an ace-point anchor. So I think she should still be hitting even though gammons don't help. Just because it wins more games. Okay, good. Right. So there are some rare backgammons from this position, but I think Cecilia's going to play this really, really safely and just get to post Crawford. And then go for the gammon in the next game. No shot coming here. And very likely a gammon. Yeah. She should play 2019 the one, because if Cecilia rolls a double and she rolls a one and followed by another double, then she could have been backgammoned. Anyway, minor error. Okay, so 6-3 post Crawford. So 6-3 is a free drop. So if blue is not a favourite, she will pass. The double three, however, might make her a favourite here. My memory fails me here. Cecilia decides to hold on. Nothing wrong in holding on, really, I suppose. But blues rolled pretty well, so I mean, I would have just. I tend to not play any Indian tricks here, whatever they're called. I just tend to just double straight away in these things. Oh, it's not a free drop, it's a free take. Ah, that's why she's playing it. Right. Oh, yes, she got a double last game. Yes. Right. Okay, that's why she's playing on, yeah, because only when Cecilia's gammons exceed the losses of her opponent, that's a pass. So I think Cecilia managed to pull the trick off there. Well done. Yeah, so the trick does work occasionally. 6-4, you just hit loose. You don't make the two. This is an opening reply, which don't know. Well played. All right, so now it is a free drop. So blue will drop if white is a favourite. But she decides to take that. I think white was a favourite there, wasn't she? No, I think blue was a favourite. Yes, white was a favourite, so that should have been a pass, I think. Anyway, we are at the last game. Beautiful double two from Cecilia. And a 4-3. Now, you don't particularly want to leave two blocks to be hit here, so you might have to play to the 6 point, which is really ugly. Yeah, 6-4. You should love to make the 5 point eventually, but maybe just slotting it, yes. Okay, you could play to the 8 point, or you could sweep up those two. Again, she's playing very quick. She's got 5 minutes 59 as Kisuno, but she doesn't need to play this quickly. 6-5 is awkward, which is why maybe the sweep previous play was right. Cecilia misses the double 5, though. The race is close, so it's 20 pips is nothing to be sniffed at. So just run that back one out and hope to win the race. Okay, this will be 5 point. I think you step up with a 2 here because you are winning the race and make 5 points and force blue to do something special, which she usually does. So she got a bit of a block here. She makes the 4 and then blocks the 9 points. Cecilia has to get out. The race is so close after that double 4. It really is a pick on this particular game. Now, do you hit? No. Okay, she's going to step up here and try and win this race, I think. If she stays back at... Yes, just okay, it's a miss. So we are basically in a race situation now, and double 4 is a great way to start. But it really is very, very close. 71-78. Right, a great double 3. Just bring 4 in. Double 2s, doubles galore. First off is Cecilia. But who's your favourite? You can't say. It's very, very, very close. Right, 5-3. Double five. Great shots. 4-1. That might be the killer blow, that double five. 4-3 again, 2 off is good. 6-3, only 1 off. Double six wins. Well done, Cecilia. Another match for the UK team. And let's see what the PRs are. I think they both played okay. Yeah. Okay, 6 and 12. Okay, well done, Cecilia. Unlucky Kisuno. And I'll see you again in half an hour, which might be a dead rubber. We'll have to see if the Brits can get the necessary 19 points. Okay, goodbye from me for now. Thank you. Okay, so this is round 3 Sunday. The match is actually officially over in terms of we know who's going to win. The UK have won. So we're playing for honour, and I'm sure both competitors would like to do their best. So let's see what happens here. Okay, Anna Price is the captain of the UK team, playing Kaiken. I hope I pronounced that right. Kaiken. I think I heard myself there on feedback. Okay, right. So a more leisurely pace for this one. That's good. A lot of players were playing a little bit too quickly in previous games, even when they had a few minutes left on the clock. Double one's a good shot. I think fight for that 5 point. So in with one, hit with one, and then the final 2 probably keep the backmen completely split. Okay, she shifted to the bar, which isn't too bad. Okay, double 2 does not hit back, but makes a nice 4 point. And Anna makes the 5 point. With the 1, she could make the 23-point anchor, but I don't like the look of that. I mean, it might be right. I'll probably shift up with a lone checker to the 22 point. It's a tough play, really. Yeah, that's my play. I think a lot of players would make the 23 point. Double 2, not quite as good as last time, but makes a nice 9 point. And Anna hoping to anchor if she can. 4-5 isn't too bad. She's got a stronger board, so there's argument here to hit. She didn't, maybe she saw it and didn't like it. Anyway, we have an anchor for blue, and the 4 looks like playing 8-4. She could have made the 5 point, but I think the anchor is better. 5-1. Now, she's got a stack of 5 on the midpoint, so she probably unstacks that and just plays 13-7. Although splitting has its merits, but blue is poised to attack. So I suspect she's going to play 13-7, but let's see. Yes. 4-4 is a great roll, 5 points for sure, and the final 2. Final 2, do you leave because you got a race lead? Okay, that surprised me because I think the 5 point is so valuable she should make it. But she's looking at the race lead thinking, okay, I can cube next time with this race lead. But can she? 16 ahead with a gap on the bar and the 5. I'm not so sure this is a double. I think that with a 5 point made, she had a far better position. It's an easy take. Ooh. Okay, maybe. I think that was an easy take. It would have been easy for blue to bring that home safely. Okay, interesting. All right, double 4 is a good start for blue. Standard 20 point and 9 point. 6-2. You could probably just play to the bar and then play the 2 behind, or step up with the 2, or do this way around. Merits for all of those plays. I'm not sure what is actually the best then. 6-3, 6 hits. The 3 not so easy. She lost her midpoint with that. A little bit early to lose the midpoint, I think. But she's avoided being hit, which is one good thing. Now, Anna, I wouldn't play behind with the 6. It just leaves blue too much to just build a prime and not worry about being hit. So how would she build the prime here? She make the bar and 2. Not that easy. Does she make the bar? Yes, I presume she has to make the bar with the 6. And the 2, yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Anyway, 6-5, just something constructive. And blue, equal game. She's got a better structure. She's got the anchor. This looks like just a 3 point to me. And white, with this race looking up, she'd like to step up and try and escape, but that steps into 4 attackers. So I think she's going to be more circumspect and probably just make the board with the 2 rather than step up. Yeah. 6-1, not the best. Not the best at all. Do you attack this one? These are awkward plays for both players. Weaker board. Do you just play 9-3, 8-7, hope for better rolls next time, or do you attack? I honestly don't know the answer. This is a tough play. You could just play behind and not hit. I honestly don't know. What would I do? I would probably hit because I'm an aggressive type of player. I'd probably hit and then play to the ace, but I'm not at all sure. Maybe it's not worth hitting because of the risk of being hit back and losing all the ground in the race. This is a tough play, and definitely worth spending time over. 9-3, 8-7 looks to me like the play. That's what I would probably do. 9-3, 8-7. Yeah. But all very difficult play. At least with 9-3, 8-7, you're saying to white, if you don't get out, I'm going to attack you next time. You decided to go for the full-blooded attack. Could easily be right. To say, I don't know. 5-3. Okay, she's behind in the race, doesn't hit back. But at least she enters. 6-4, okay, I think this is a standard. Make the 2 points and hit. Yes, now Anna has to hit back. She doesn't, but I don't think she's in danger of losing this game just yet. She enters and then plays 8-6. Does blue 13 ahead? Definitely worth looking at a cube there. It was an easy take, but could have easily been a cube because of the killer rules. Right, but Anna's escaped. So we have a decent lead with an anchor, but I think you just need to either hit the blot or roll big sets to catch this. Anna's going to just hang around and just hopefully hit the blot when she runs off the anchor. 3-2. You could kill sixes on the other side of the room, or you can just play 8-3. She decides to play 8-3. 6-5. Again, creates a bit of a dilly builder there on the 2 point. Nothing else. 3-2. You don't destroy your board here. You come in and make board and hope to leave safely next time. 6-2 is not good. You can't leave a blot, so you're going to have to play 8-2 and 3-1, probably right. 3-2. Do you run here? You've got a small lead. Is it enough to run out? You do get threes if you run all the way. You get ones that cover. This might be the best time to go because next roll you might be faced with a worse situation. 4-3 would have been a nice roll, would have been a pick and pass. But she waited for the double and it came. And white, again, is rolling really awkwardly. Oh, she can't even cover that blot. So the question is, can blue cube with a reasonable lead of 8 pips? So, white's not going to leave any shots. So white's going to just play 6 in and 3, either 6-3 or 8-5. And the question is, can blue double this? I think she can. I think you would go here. I would go and send the cube, knowing that you're probably likely to leave a shot, but that shot isn't the end of the world by any means. She's thinking about it. Yeah, okay, I think it's a good cube. Okay, rewarded with a nice double 2. She shifts up and plays in board with a healthy lead, 16 pips. Now only 6 pips, but still 6 pips is pretty good at this short race. 3-1, not a great roll. So 5-1, I think 6-1 with a 5 is probably slightly better than this because if he rolls a 5, then any future 5 is very poor. But Anna's first off. And there's some wastage on blue's side. 2-1 is not going to help. But I still think blue's probably doing okay. Another 6 is good for Anna. Disastrous set of 2 1s. Now she should be thinking of the cube now. 2 consecutive 2 1s, I believe, blue roll. So Anna, with 4 checkers off and the race even, should send this over. Yeah, well played. A take. Ooh, I'd have to do an eyesight to Keith or whatever thought. Yeah, it seems reasonable to pass that. So awful rolling once that double 2. That double 2 was good after the double, and then the rest after that was dreadful. 3-1, 2-1, 2-1, I think. Awful rolling. Right, 3-2 for Anna. She splits them down. Fine. 5-1. Just 13-8 and step up. 5-5. She's avoided being hit with a 5-5, but it's still a good roll. I suspect, though, you don't actually make the AC. You just make the 11. And then the other 2, she has made the ace. A little bit anti-positional then. 6-5 is not great. Now the race is pretty even, but she's giving away a lot of shots here. Maybe 13-2 was better. Oh, that's a bad dance. Okay, so you're shooting at another blot. She doubles very quickly. Well done. There's a bit of pressure on the opponent and wins a good point. Is that reasonable? Stronger board race? Yes, I think so. I think it's reasonable to pass that. 3-2. Okay, you're losing. Okay, you're losing the match 3-1. I think you should have brought 2 down there. These small things do matter. 4-1 hit and split. You tend to hit if there's a blot on the 4 or the 5 points in the opening. So it's always worth hitting, even though you're likely to get hit back. It's yeah, that's correct. 4-1 hit back, and the 1. Probably 11-10. Right, double 4. Nice roll. That anchors and down, and the last one. Last one, probably 6-2. You're not bothered if you get hit there. And stacks, that's nasty 6 point. Ooh, I don't think you should break connection there. I mean, maybe it's right. It could be right, but I think it's a bit too committal. Could be right. Okay, hit. And the 4. Okay, steps up with the 4. Not bad. And let's fight for that 5 point, I think. Come in and hit. Yeah, good play. Okay, so it's a battle for that 5 point. Blue has the anchor, so she can hit freely. And white is now vulnerable to nasty doubles, which, again, this will be a hit. And Anna misses. Now with the 2, do you hit here? You would hit if blue wasn't covering with a 6, you would definitely hit. But with blue covering on a 6, maybe you just want to step up and run with the back one. I think she's going to hit. It's a game of aggression after all. Tough choice, though. Okay, she decided not to hit. And the 4-3 means that at least blue has to lose one of the points if she covers the 5 point. But she could hit in the outfield and duplicate 1s to some extent. I mean, that's possible. I think that's a reasonable play. This is why blue shouldn't have left the midpoint, I think, because it's difficult for blue to get any sort of game going. At least if she hits there, she can remake it later. Perhaps. Okay, the 1. Okay, so 3-6, she's going to keep fighting for that 5 point, I think. And Anna keeps hitting back. Do you hit 2 here, or do you make the 2 anchors? That's a tough choice. Double 1, well, she's glad she did that now, because double 1 would have been a really good roll. As it stands, we have a mutual 20 and 21 point holding game. You don't see these that often. So 5-1, at least, okay, 2 down and you're hitting and you've got control of the outfield. And I think that's why white is winning this game. Okay, steps out. And white will hope to make this point. This is a nice point to have. Okay, what's happening there? Okay, well, that's interesting. Do you hit, make the 10 point, and then move one of your back checkers out? Seems reasonable. I'm not sure the 3 points, although it unstacks, the 3 point is not a great point. You really want to use those checkers to attack once blue's left an anchor. Yeah, I'd make the 10. I'd hit, of course, and then I would play 21-18. Okay, but she made the 3. I'm not saying it's a bad play, just not the play I would have made, but we'll see. Now, she's still got those 4 checkers stuck back, and she can't do much of them this roll. Yeah, I think Anna should have got those back ones moving while she could, while blue was on the bar. Anyway, 4-1 for blue. Just create a spare, I think, on the 20. Hope to use it later. 3-1. Is it worth a hit? Not sure it is. It leaves so many return hits. Maybe 6-2 is the play. You might as well cover it if you left the block there. I think the hit's a little bit too much. She does though, and this blue dances. Ooh. Okay, double 3 for Anna. Now she can't cover that block, but she can get the back ones moving. So I think she should maybe go all the way to the 15 point with the furthest anchor back. And the trouble is though, if she doesn't cover that block with a 1, she's got a dilly builder there. 6-5. Okay, so she's got that dilly builder on her 3 point. Double 4 is an interesting roll, so I would leave the 20 point, try and get some outfield coverage here. So in with a 1. Oh, I didn't like that. I don't think making the 4 point is that much better than the 8 point. But anyway, white misses the blot. And the 6-4 is not at all obvious. It's probably the best play. Yeah. Black misses. Blue misses some. Probably keep them split because you don't really mind if they hit because you're so far behind in the race anyway. Yeah, I don't think you needed to make that point. 3-1. So let's get that builder, that blot at the back moving. Leave the anchor where it is. Ooh, vulnerable to attack, which will happen. So 6 down and hit, and blue will hope to make that 5 point that Anna vacated. Anna hits back though, good roll. (5-2). Don't play 6-4 here, just step out with the 2. Don't like that. 4-2, Anna's going to just disengage and try and just run those home. Double 6 doesn't hit, but it's obviously a nice roll. And not at all easy to play. Well, what did you hit? You can make the 3 point and step out. You can make the 15 point. Yeah, that was a play that required a lot of thought. Played quite quickly, but the time controls are difficult. 4-3. Okay. So nice return hit. And I'm hoping for something better than that. The 4 has to be played 6-2, I believe, which is not what she wanted to do. That's 2 dilly builders she's got there now. This is probably a hit. And just shift the 3 along. Again, blue's making decent progress. 6-1 covers. And I really want to enter on the 5 here if she can. Oh, that's a great roll. Very good roll. And a hit back. I think a hit back, even though you got no direct covers, just hit back and hope to get Anna to fan a few times. Oh, she's sweeping up here now. Okay, 3 covers. I mean, you got to double that, I think. Maybe you're too good even now. I mean, this happened so quickly that she ended up with 3 on the bar in the blink of an eye. But certainly it's a there's no way can Anna take this now that 5 points made. So maybe, unless she was too good, she probably was. So, yeah, maybe blue did have a cube before she put 3 on the bar. It happened so quick. It was, you can't let these opportunities go. I know you're playing quickly because of the time, but that was worth a pause and a cogitation for sure, because I think Anna would have been taking. Okay, so blue just wants to bring these round, attack if possible, but now just focus on making sure that if white pops out with a 6, then she doesn't hit it back. Or even slotting that and then making it is one way of playing this. Yeah, it's reasonable. Okay, just avoid any nasty double 4s in the future. I'm not sure white necessarily wanted to enter now, but just wants to avoid being hit. Blue should probably stay there, because if white rolls a 6, nothing immediate, but yeah, blue should stay back and let white roll and see if you can get another blot. Yeah, you don't want to roll something like that again. Okay, that's safe. Again, stay back. But don't worry about double 2. You can play double 2s. And there's a shot, and she misses. So 3 men on the ace point. Is that about 30% gammons, is it? I forget. So I'm not sure staying back was worth it then, but it doesn't really matter. Right. So blue wants to try and bear off aggressively, because with white not having a board, you don't really want to. You're not going to lose this game. So let's see, whatever. 5. Okay, not ideal. So I rip 1 off at 4 in and 2 off. Oh, is that a misclicker? I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that one. Anyway, this is still a huge pass for white. Blue is, I presume, playing on. Didn't understand that last play, I must be honest. Could have been a misclick. Oh, okay, well, small numbers points, and now Anna's in a bit of trouble. But, we'll see. Okay, oh no, you're far too good. Far too good. Oh, okay, that was seeing ghosts there. Oh well. Okay, double 1. Double 1, 5 point, and split the back. You don't give a direct 6 with this reply. 6 3 points, nice roll. Equal 5, very nice indeed. Now you probably swing it all the way around to the 5 point rather than make 3, I think. Okay, yeah, the last 5 I would have brought it in. But she got away with it, it's fine. I mean, you might be right. It's lots of builders for the 4 and the 7 point. 6 1. Okay, that's a 4 prime she has. And Anna's got good structure, but that 1 man back is trapped. Not a cube yet. Or running out, getting rid of that back man gets you into cube territory, I think. Just run all the way from the back, and you've got a great position. Double 6. Okay, well, the race is not in blue's favour, but white is still trapped. Didn't think of the cube. Okay, 2 down. And Anna really, really, really wants to step up here with a 1, perhaps, just to, try and escape. 4-3, 4 down and slots, try and make that 5 point. Now, surely you can think about cubing this. You've got loads of builders for the 4 point. Okay, she makes a connected prime, contiguous points. And the 1 now is no use. She really needed a 2. Okay, again, I think blue possibly lost the market there. I think this is an easy double. I wouldn't attack here. I'd just bring 2 down and make the 4 point next roll if possible. And whatever Anna does, she should be cubed. And probably cubed out. Yeah, so good to keep. She's not keeping this one. Is she looking at the race, maybe? The trouble is, when you have these online servers and the race is there, you tend to get a little bit too swayed by it. The race wasn't really that important. The point was that blue's making a prime and white will not be able to escape. So I think she missed opportunities there to cube earlier. Okay, double 4 is a great roll. And we have a 4 point match. So if it's gammonish, then you want to send that cube over. 4-6 just jumps out. 4-3 is a great shot. You hit another 4. You might bring. This is another case like last game where 2 down and you split your army in 2, maybe. 5-2, not a great return. And I think this position with Anna having an anchor, 5 point anchor, 20 point anchor, and blitzing potential, I think this is a definite cube with the score. Good, well done, well done. And a swift pass. Is that a pass? Probably was. Okay, 3-way, 4-way is awkward. Anna will probably not want to cube at this score. So you often see these games just become single points. 3-2. Maybe the 11 point rather than the anchor. It's close, very close. 6-4. Well, again, this one's close because if you make the 2 point and then Anna anchors, you've got like a wasted point there. So there's arguments for hitting this. And I don't know what's best. Okay, Anna doesn't anchor, but she makes a nice escaping run. But Anna is behind a lot. So blue's quite happy in this position, I think. 17 point, 24 points ahead. 4-1 ain't great. Oh, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place here because you want to escape the chance of being attacked, but you're behind in the race, so you want to stay back. Maybe double slot this. And I think blue should be doubling this. 5-2 is this a cube now? Oh, 5's and hit, maybe not now. I think blue being 4 away, we think that's a good shot. How did Anna play the 2? She moved the blot. Right, there's been no cube playing thick and fast again, right? Okay, so I think there could have been some cube action there with a bit more slowing down a little bit and thinking a little bit more, perhaps. I mean, they have 3 minutes and so it's not like it splits. 6-5, okay, Anna. So you want to step out, don't come in range, and just play a 5 down. Because now the race is closer than it was. You're doing okay here. So 6 out and 5 down, and the race is pretty much close again. So there's a flurry of hits there which favoured white. And it's now blue who's struggling a little bit. I mean, that 2 point made, you can see now just how ugly that is. The 6-2 does not immediately come to mind what to do there. Yeah, nothing comes to mind. Do you lose the 3 point? You don't really want the 3 point there. 3 point anchor. Maybe just running out with that 6 and playing 8-6 doesn't look great, but you could make the 16 point. This is a tough one. I don't think you want to hit with a 6 because the white checker is where you want it to be. I think the only 6 I can see is running out. And then the 2. I wouldn't have given up my 18 point. 6-4's a good shot. Now, it's 2 choices. Does she run out? She's losing the race. So making the bar point must be right. This 6 is awkward. I'll probably slot the 4. Yeah, I think I don't like that. I'd be a bit more enterprising, I think, and just try and make 4 point. That builder on the 2, that silly builder on the 2 is just so awful. So Anna, I think Anna's a favourite. Not enough to cube though. You don't want to cube at the score. You do not cube at the score because you can get it right back at you very easily. So I think at 3 away, 4 away, this is a big mistake. Because blue can recube to 4 even as an underdog. So this is a bit of match equity knowledge. Okay, I think that was a no double take. Anyway, but an interesting score now, 2 away, 4 away, where blue is hoping for a very quick double in if white doesn't anchor quickly. So any sort of advantage whatsoever with gammon threats, and blue will send that cube. But the moment white's doing okay, blue misses. So white has started the match with the advantage, stepping up with a 3 because you're heading the race. And blue hoping for a nice double to point on her head. Misses. But I think just make the 3 point. I don't think you do this because you are 20 points behind, so you don't mind being hit, and you've got to make some forward progress. And now you've got a game where you're just going to be doubled eventually. Now, this is a great game for Anna. There's no gammons here. This is exactly what you want. You don't want to be in a gammon situation at this score. You just want to bring this home and double when it's appropriate. But actually, the double is not that far away. I mean, why not cube this? She's miles ahead. Yeah, that was a cube, I think. These positions are well known. Holding game, you're 20 odd pips ahead, just send it over. Plenty of spares to wait for that double to lose the midpoint. I mean, this even now, 11 pips, was that 19? Okay, she's caught up in the race quite a bit. It's 11 pips. But it's not a double anymore. But it was a double earlier because even though blue rolled really well with double 5 and 6-5, she's still an underdog. So that's why it was a cube. Anna's tempted to leave the shop now, but I don't think there's any need. I mean, you might be right, but I wouldn't do it. You bring 2 down, you get hit with 5. Well, she's doing it. 5-1, 5-6. That's going to be a hidden cover. And Anna's put pressure on herself now to roll that 5. Let's see if she can do it. I mean, there's no question you have to hit, otherwise you're just resigning the game. Go for it, yes. She hits back. Okay, well done. And the 4, if you step out, it gives the 4s and 6s that dance become hits. But Ken doesn't roll it, so the question is, can Anna bring that home? I don't think she's going to cube. Okay, that's a great roll. And now she's in doubling territory again. And this, to me, looks a little bit too far behind now. There's no harm in Anna rolling, I suppose, but I suppose blue could roll double 6. She should really have cubed that. The take point for blue, if there's no gammons involved, the take point is lower than normal. So Anna should have really just already cashed this, I think. Yeah, there's no gammons here. This is just a standard pass. All right, Crawford 4-way. Ideally, blue would like to get a gammon here. 5-2 makes the 4 points. Good roll. 5-2, not so good for blue, but I think you have to hit an attack and hope for the best. So, initial advantage to white. Hitting 2 is an option, although you don't need gammons, so maybe just hitting 13-7 might be right if you don't need gammons. You have to hit, you can't allow blue the chance to make that point. Yeah, I would just play 13-7 and hope to make that point, and then you've got a nice structure. Yeah. Okay, hit back. That's life. 4-3. Okay, I think the 3 is just creating a spare on the anchor to run out next time. Yeah. 6-1, bar point. And Anna will again hit with a 6 or a 1 if she can, I think. Double 4 is pretty good, I suppose. You point and then you bring 2 downs. 5 point gives 6s and 1s, so I think you've got to use, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Right, so Anna's looking at attacking here. 1s, 2s, and 6s will attack that blot. And you also got 5s. Double 5. Cracking roll. Right, so 2 of them are obvious. I suspect she'll just bring 1 out and make the 8 point. And say thank you very much for the joker. And then there's huge pressure on blue to not dance. Otherwise, it will be quite an easy game for Anna. I presume the other option will be to point on the 3 point and then bring 2 out. She didn't point. Okay, that was a big surprise. Because it's not that easy to bring this home. It's far easier. This is worth remembering. It's far easier to bring the position home when your opponent's on the bar. She's relying on big sets to get this round. Okay, right, 6-2. So blue will be preparing a nice little welcome committee for white when blue hits the shot. So shift along those 3 and we'll make the 3. And yes, I think Anna will regret that when she sees the analysis. Double 3 is not the double she wanted, and now she's got those 3 checkers sort of stuck back. I think make the 5 and just you could create a landing spot, but I think you just bring them in. She hasn't done. She's created the landing spot, but are you going to use that landing spot? Oh, she did. Okay, it worked that time. 4-3 slot and then in. Double 6. Well, what can I say? Fabulous rolling. And that welcoming committee, which is nicely formed, is of no use to Kaken. And that's all she wrote. Okay, congratulations to Anna. Some very nice handy doubles there. And well captained, and a nice victory for the UK over Japan, ladies. And hopefully there'll be some more matches in a similar vein in the future. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and I'll see you over the board sometime.
Right, thank you very much. Do you just want to hang around and see the PRs for this one as it
I will do.
finishes?
Yes, I'll just have a look. I think there's a couple of whoppers in there, which obviously it happens. We'll just see what the PRs are.
So, well, I'm just getting the other games are just finishing off now. So okay. Anna has just won 7-2.
She's won 5 out of 6.
And CJ has just won as well.
Well, excellent.
Cecilia won, so that has now taken us to 24-11. Oh, well done, Anna.
Okay. Oh, Anna, not bad. Not bad PR7. Okay. Okay, not bad.
So just
maybe the...
Just
thinking maybe the 5-5 was correct then. I would never have played that way. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask her next time I see her. Okay, goodbye all.
Thank you very much. And see you all again soon.
Bye.
And just for completeness, we will roll out with the only game left running. It's a bit of a dead rubber now. So this is Rachel Rhodes finishing off what looks to be in the end a very heavy win for the British team.
Well done to the British team. It's Chris just coming in late.
You've missed all the fun, Chris.
I watched the last match. I watched the last
game left running. It's a bit of a dead rubber now. So it's Rachel Rhodes finishing off what looks to be in the end a very heavy win for the British team.
Well done to the British team. Indeed. Chris is coming in late.
That is 25-11 the final score.
I watched the last match.